Hello everyone, welcome back to 366 Days of Hope. My name is Pearl and I'm here to share our next topic, which is selenium. I hope you guys have enjoyed our trace minerals series. So just a quick disclaimer, I am a personal trainer, not a medical doctor, just sharing this because I have learned so much and I love sharing what I've learned. And please do not take what I say as medical advice. Please talk to your, provider if you have any concerns whatsoever. So let's jump into our topic of selenium. So what is selenium? Selenium is another trace mineral that can be found in soil and water and in some foods. It acts as an antioxidant in the body, which basically fights against free radicals by keeping it in check, right? And it also helps prevent excess iodine in the body, which we did talk about regarding the thyroid, and it helps prevent healthy cells from damage, and it prevents Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, and other diseases as well. So selenium comes in two forms, inorganic form and its organic form. The inorganic form is generally found in the soil, which then is absorbed by the plant and converts it into an organic form, which is what we then consume, and then that gets absorbed into our system. The two organic form is selenomethionine and selenocysteine. And the organic form generally are stored in our skeletal muscles, which is then used, metabolized into all sorts of useful things in our body, such as supporting our thyroid, and it's also used in helping make DNA, and it is a component of a protein known as selenoprotein, which is used for reproduction and metabolizing thyroid hormones. So let's talk about the benefits of selenium. So there are two things that I think selenium plays a huge role in, and the first one is cognitive function, because it fights against cell damage by preventing brain and nerve damage, which is very important because this prevents Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, and MS. The second one is a thyroid function, which basically prevents oxidative damage that happens. And remember, we talked about, again, with iodine increasing, selenium helps decrease the inflammation that might be happening. And of course, it also helps prevent Hashimoto's, which is another autoimmune disease that is a type of hypothyroidism. So you have an underactive thyroid, and it's usually caused by bacteria or viruses that attack the thyroid gland. So with that, selenium comes in to try and prevent the free radicals that are kind of affecting that area and try to calm it down. So what happens if you have a deficiency in selenium? Well, you could experience headaches, confusion, fatigue, seizures, and possibly nausea. And a worst case scenario, you could wind up in a coma. And if you have a persistent deficiency for a long extended period of time, this generally can lead to infertility in men. So what does an excess of selenium look like? Generally, you can have an excess if you oversupplement, and some of those risks can be skin cancer, bad breath, hair loss, fatigue, tiredness, nausea, and you can also experience difficulty breathing. You can have kidney failure as well as heart problems. So what can inhibit selenium? Well, there's a few things, such as smoking, drinking alcohol, birth control pills, other medications such as antacids or chemotherapy drugs, which is why it's important to talk to your provider if you're noticing any of the symptoms mentioned. Also, as I've spoken before, a lot of our gastrointestinal problems can definitely affect the absorption of selenium and many of the vitamins and minerals we've talked about already. So if you have Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis, and lastly, heavy metals like mercury can inhibit selenium. So what can we do to absorb selenium? Well, there are 3 vitamins that are essential in helping our bodies absorb selenium better, which is vitamin A, C, and E. So what are the 3 foods that contain the highest amount of selenium? Well, for one, remember, we do not want an excess of selenium, but it's nice to know that we can find it in high quantities, so we don't need to eat a lot of this particular food, and know that we're absorbing selenium. So for example, Brazil nuts has 4,600% of the daily value in 1 cup. So therefore you probably only need like 2 or 3, Brazil nuts. You don't need a whole cup. Soy flour gives us 94% of our daily value in 1 cup. So if you have any pastas that are made of soy flour, you definitely don't need a lot to be able to get your dose of selenium. Chia seeds, 28% of the daily value in 2 tablespoons. So again, you definitely do not need a lot of that, just enough for the body to use and store it so that it can continue to help the function of our brains, our nerves, and our thyroid. Well guys, it's been really fun being able to share our trace minerals, and I hope that you guys will come back on to watch the next few other minerals that I'll be sharing. May you live, thrive, and be healthy. See you next time. Bye!